Hello everyone, I am welcoming you all once again to this channel. In our previous video, we have performed the ferromagnetic and antiferromagnetic calculations using VASP, taking the body-centered cubic Fe as an example, and we learned how to set up the FM and AFM magnetic configurations using the I-spin and magmum tags, and also we have tried to obtain their corresponding total energies. But in this video, we will take the next step and use the FM and AFM energies to calculate the magnetic exchange parameter. So what is this magnetic exchange parameter? So the exchange parameter J provides the measure of the strength of the magnetic interaction between the neighboring magnetic moments. And to obtain this J, we will map the DFT energies into a classical Heisenberg spin Hamiltonian, and we will derive the relationship between the FM and AFM energies and J. So here, using the BCC Fe as our example, we will first perform the fixed geometry FM and AFM calculations, and we will obtain the corresponding energies. Then we will use the Heisenberg model to calculate the effective exchange parameter, which is our J value. So in our last video, we have found that the ferromagnetic state is the most stable structure among this AFM and FM. So here I am simply going to this FM, and as I mentioned, we are going to perform one fixed geometry calculation. So here what I will do, I will simply open this concar file of this FM calculation. So this was the concar file that we have got after this ferromagnetic calculation, and I am going to copy this concar file to the directory that I have already created here. That is, one is our JFM and another is our JAFM. So I have simply copied this concar file to both of these directories. So let me first go to JFM. So here, as you can see, we have the concar file. Now simply we have to rename this concar to postcar for a new calculation, and here we are going to simply perform one single point calculation, for which I can show you the incar. So here the incar is exactly same what we have taken in the earlier case, only here as we are going to perform the fixed geometry calculation, so here I have mentioned this ISIF 2 instead of 3, and this is our single point calculation. So we are going to do this NSW 0. For that reason we have taken IBRION equal to -1. This also I can show you here. Yeah, so as you can see, it's mentioned if NSW is equal to 0 or -1, then you can choose this IBRION is equal to -1. So this is also default value. If you are choosing NSW equal to 0, by default it will read the IBRION is equal to 1. IBRION as 1. Fine. Now everything is same, and here we have also taken this I-spin is equal to 2, and the magmum value for both of these Fe atoms are 2.2 and 2.2, because this is a FM calculation. So now here I have also this K point and the potcar, everything is same as our previous as we have done in our previous calculation, and I can show you a bit over here as well. We have the Fe potcar file here in our potcar file, and yeah. So now after this, I have got the output for this simulation. I can show you the summary first. So here you can see, we have performed only a single point calculation, that's why we are having only the single step in this case. And if I can go to the output, I can show you that this is our outcar file, and at the end we have got the free energy value as -16.47297780 eV for this FM calculation. Now exactly in the similar manner we have also performed the calculation for the JFM. So JAFM calculation I can show you. So here also I did the similar thing. Here we have to also convert this count card to postcard first, then we have to change a bit in the in car, and that change we have made on this magmum part. So instead of having 2.2 and 2.2 for both of these Fe atoms, here we are having one negative magnetic moment for one of the Fe atom, and this is how we have also performed this calculation. And I can also show you the summary of this calculation. Here we have got our result just within one step, as we have given NSW is equal to 0, and I can now go to the output section of this, and here is our outcome. So here also you can check the free energy total we have got for this JAFM calculation, which is minus 15.5712928 electron volt. So as we have seen in the previous JFM calculation, we have got this energy as 16 point something, but now in this case we have got the value as minus 15.57. So it suggests that FM structure is always the ground state, or that is always the stable structure in comparison to AFM. So now we have both of these energy values, and here I have summarized how can we calculate this J value from both of these energies. So I can show you this here. Yeah, so this exchange parameter J calculation, for this we are going to use this classical Heisenberg spin Hamiltonian. So this is the simple formula for that, where H is equal to minus J summation over Ij, and these are the spin values Ei dot Ej. And for JFM like for the FM configuration, this Ei dot Ej, it leads to +1, and for the AFM configuration this value is -1. And as we have our structure as the BCC Fe, so we have total 2 atoms, and this BCC structure, as we know, like one atom can have 8 nearest neighbors. So here the Z value is equal to 8, that is the nearest neighbor value. And now the number of bonds here is equal to Nz divided by 2, and here we are considering the bonds that are nearer to each other. It means like this is the kind of assumptions that we are taking, that in this Heisenberg model, nearest neighbor units, like those spin vectors, we are going to consider. Okay, like the bond counting and all that we will do for the nearest neighbor atoms, like that. So so that's how we have calculated this N bonds is equal to Nz by 2, which is equal to 8. And now if I will put all these values here, and what I will get is, I will get this as EFM is equal to minus 8J, and this EAFM is equal to plus 8J. So all these we are getting just after putting these values in this particular equation. Here we were already having one minus sign, that's why all the signs has been changed. And now if we will find out the energy difference, so then how to do that? So we can find out the energy difference between this AFM and the FM. So here simply we did that, like plus 8J minus of minus 8J, and we got this value as 16J. Now we have to find this J. So J is simply the energy difference between the AFM and the FM divided by 16. So now I can simply find out what is the energy difference, just to show you. So this is our AFM energy, and let me also go for this JFM energy. And this is our JFM energy. You can simply copy this. So this is the difference between both of these AFM and FM energies. That value is simply this 0.90168, and after getting this we can simply calculate this J value by dividing this with 16. So I did the same and I got this value, and this value leads to this 56.36 MeV. And yeah, so this is how we have simply tried to calculate the JFM energy using this Heisenberg spin Hamiltonian. And also there is another point that the AFM and AFM energies need to be compared. Like here what we did here, as in the initial case we tried to also optimize the box, like the box size as well, means we have relaxed the cell atomic positions and also the cell size. But here, even with a fixed configuration, we have got that the AFM state is the more stable state. And then we have used the similar calculation as we have followed in the previous case, and we have run one single point calculation just to get the energy values, so that we can find out our J value here in this case. So yeah, so yeah, so this also we can tell the J value whatever we have got in this case, we can tell that as the exchange parameter, like that is the kind of effective exchange parameter for this particular case. And because we have used this BCC Fe here, so yeah, so this much for today's session, and thank you all, and bye bye.